All for joining us tonight. At this time, we ask that everybody please stand and join us in welcoming the class of 2021. After the class has processed in, we will stay standing for the national anthem. Okay, Mr. Orlando, take it away. Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 145th Niles Mckinley High School Commencement Program. Tonight we recognize the senior class and award their academic achievements with the presentation of diplomas. Before we begin the ceremony, I would like to take the opportunity to ask veterans of the United States Armed Forces, those men and women who are currently serving, and those students who have made the commitment to serve, to please stand and be honored for your courage and sacrifice. Thank you, thank you. I'd also like to introduce the leaders of the Niles School District. Please hold your applause until I've introduced all of them. President of the Board of Education, Mr. Tony Perrone. Vice President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Mary Ann McMahon. Board members, Mrs. Kimberly Burrell, Mr. Christopher Sheffo, and Mrs. Michelle Lamb. Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Anne Marie Thigpen. Treasurer, Mrs. Rhonda Emerganos. Early Literacy Curriculum Facilitator, Mrs. Antoinette Durso. Activities and Athletic Director, Mr. Mark Fritz. School Counselors, Mrs. Julie Strollo, Mrs. Tracy Lastic. Assistant High School Principal, Mr. Brian Fonderlin. And last but not least, our host tonight that'll be announcing all the names, Mr. Chad Reese. I'd also like to recognize the outstanding faculty of Niles McKinley High School. I work with these dedicated teachers, scholars, and mentors closely, and I know firsthand the great satisfaction and pride that they feel in the accomplishments of you seniors. We wish more of them could have showed up today, but unfortunately, with the COVID issue prior to, they usually march out, but we didn't do that too. But I know they're very, very proud of you. And lastly, and most importantly, I'd like to thank the families of all the graduates for being so understanding and supportive during this past year. No matter what was thrown at these students, you were there to guide them and support them on their journey to graduation. So without the people in the upper bowl, the people sitting in the far back, none of this would be possible today, and I'd like to thank all of you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of our salutatorians, David Amsden Michael.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So, this is it. This is the culmination of 13 years of schooling. I am Salutatorian David Amsden Michael, here to deliver the first of 4 speeches, each written by one of the class of 2021's best and brightest. Now, to be clear, when I say best and brightest, I really mean that we're all just chronic overachievers. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful to be here giving this speech. It's what I've been working for years, but somehow, at the end of it all, it feels a little underwhelming. I mean, this was supposed to be the big finish, the grand finale, but later tonight we'll all walk out of here and life goes on. Now, I'd like all of you to do a little introspection. Think about something that you have strived for and stressed for. The thing you thought was the end-all be-all. Perhaps it was sports, fine arts, or getting into a particular school. Now, think about why you strived for that thing. What drove you to make it so important to your life when there are people who would find that thing pointless or superfluous or even downright stupid? And if you're the only person who cares, does it mean anything at all? Now, I have no way of knowing what you're thinking, but perhaps some of you are thinking that yes, it does have meaning, because it means something to me, and you wise people, you are absolutely right. To be blunt, nothing has real inherent meaning. The only meaning anything in life has is that which we ascribe to it. And in that way, every goal that you strive for has meaning, because it's the meaning you seek and find along the way. And I think that's why standing here right now doesn't feel exactly how I'd always imagined it. Not because the destination wasn't worth it, but because every step of the journey to get here was so much more worth it than I ever imagined at the time, because through it I learned and grew and made connections. And speaking of connections, it would be a little rude if I didn't take the time to thank everyone who helped me reach this goal. Starting with my family, and especially my mom. Mom, I never could have made it this far without you, and you're the best mom I ever could have asked for. Love you, Mom, and thank you. I'd also like to thank my tryhards in arms, my fellow Sal, Morgan, and our valedictorians, Jupiter, and, though I loathe to admit it, my good friend Sean Elwood. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd have been able to pull out an A in calculus this last year, and you've all been absolute lads. Now, there's one last thank you I'd like to give, and it goes out to all of you, the class of 2021. Look, I know how tired you are of hearing about how hard this last year has been, but it bears repeating, because we've all persevered, and look around. You're here. This is it. And you made it. Now, I don't know what the future will bring, but I'm confident that whatever you find meaning in, be it further education, starting a family, a certain job, religion, sports, music, the arts, you have the potential to achieve it. And if you don't know what that thing is yet, that's okay too, because I trust that someday you'll find it. I know that everyone sitting in this room can succeed because you can endure in pursuit of the things that matter to you and that you want to achieve. Your entire life lies ahead of you now. Make it your own. And just thank you.
Our second salutatorian, Miss Morgan Gilly.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be on stage today in front of so many of you. And I just wanted to start out by thanking all of the administration who have made it possible for us to be here today. And I believe I speak for everyone when I say that we are grateful for the opportunity to spend this day with all of our loved ones. And standing here today, speaking to all of you and viewing my class in front of me, I can honestly say that all of our hard work has paid off. The earliest memories I have from school are of my parents helping me at our dining room table with my math homework. I remember my mom worrying about it and suggesting that I get a tutor, and my dad, being as stubborn as he is, said absolutely not and just helped me himself. Now both of them are here today, almost 7 years later, watching me graduate from the same spot my mom picked out for herself several years ago, just so she could get a good look at me receiving my diploma. Thinking back to all of the stressful experiences, late nights studying for calculus, the dreaded ACTs, summer essays, college admissions, and all of my extracurriculars, I wouldn't change a thing. These stressful moments have pushed me to be better and have rewarded me in so many ways. They have helped me bond with my friends and create lasting friendships with new people, and have made me a better speaker, friend, and person. Niles has offered me much more than just an education. It has offered me acceptance and expansion, and it is something I will always be grateful for. I have met role models who have pushed me and believed in me, even more than myself sometimes. Niles has expanded my mind and pushed me to pursue more with my life, which is why I will be attending Cleveland State University this fall. I'm beyond grateful for the opportunities Niles has given me, and I'm excited to use the lessons I've learned over the past 12 years to continue to provide myself with more opportunities and push myself to become more. As a class, we've been through so much, not just this year, but last year as well. We constantly have had to adapt and change to the world around us, but we've done it the best we can. Through all of our hard work, we have made it, finally, to graduation day. I'm proud of what we have all accomplished, and I look forward to seeing what the future holds for each of us as we go on our separate journeys. And although we will be splitting off, we should remember that we will always be dragons in our hearts. Thank you.
At this time, will the senior band members please come up on stage? We will have an instrumental performance by the Niles McKinley Band playing Avengers Endgame by Michael Brown. The band is under the direction of Mr. Stephen Orlando.
Space. Listen and watch. What? I can't hear you, Morgan. Do what you gotta do. Hurry up. Louder than you think. Ready? One. Ready? Yeah.
Great job, band, great job. And now please welcome the Niles McKinley High School Bells and Bows under the direction of Miss Eleanor Chambers, performing A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman, arranged by Mac Huff.
I need you closer. Sorry, kiddo. I like that. I know. You're going to do yours by yourself? Okay.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. What the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all
this on? Thank you, Bells and Bows. Great job. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the first of our two valedictorians, Miss Ariana DeLuca.
Thanks. A few disclaimers before I start this speech. One, I asked for one of those light-up signs that says laugh, but they said it wasn't in the budget, so you're just gonna have to laugh when I'm funny. That's one of the times you laugh. Two, I'm using this speech to kickstart my stand-up career. I'll be here after the show. Tips are greatly appreciated. I want to say thank you to my parents for putting up with my antics. Teachers always used to write that I was so quiet and a pleasure to have in class. Meanwhile, at home, I would talk about wanting to have a gyroscopic head like a chicken, so it must have taken a lot of self-restraint to put up with my incessant talking for 18 years. Also, a big thanks to my friends. Remember that one time I got stuck under a sink at band camp? And to my best friend through it all, Lucy, you're still a goof. I'd also like to thank Al from Toy Story 2. Wait, that's not right. Oh, I read it wrong. It says Mr. Bassett. I know the joke's overdone, but it's the only one I've got. I can't believe we actually made it. Like, this is it. After this, we move on to whole new lives. We can be whoever we want to be. I always thought this moment would feel like a new beginning. It is, but I realize now that we can always change our path. We don't have to wait for some big milestone to become who we want to be. I'm excited to see the people we become. As we move forward, we have to remember that happiness is self-sustainable. It comes from within you. Lorianne, Dad, I hope you know I'm going to make mistakes and make a fool of myself. Like that one time I tried to do a half-court granny shot and I ripped my pants in the crotch area. It's okay though, because they make for great icebreakers. How else am I gonna get invited to all those college parties? Anyways, I guess my point is, I'm gonna make it. We all are.
And now, Mr. Sean Elwood.
Good evening, family, friends, distinguished guests, and undistinguished guests. You know who you are. Honored faculty and quirky English teachers. And hello to the class of 2021. Now, I realize that you all just want to get out of here so you can blow up each other's phones with your hashtag class of 2021 photo. We all walked into Niles Mckinley as scared little freshmen. Well, some of us were little. And we found ourselves entering a new chapter in our lives. These loud, tick-talking, Fortnite-playing freshmen eventually matured somewhat and became accustomed to their new high school lives. Soon enough, sophomore year passed by and junior year brought us new opportunities as well as stage 1 senioritis. It's real, I swear. Then all of a sudden, another disease struck that changed our lives forever. We went remote for months. Some of us even came to class without pants. We lost time together, along with countless new memories that we could have had. And in the end, we barely made it through a nowhere near normal senior year. Through our years here, we struggled in classes that no student should ever be forced to endure, as anyone who's had Mrs. Thomas will tell you. But we came out having grown as individuals. Now, our lives are gonna go through massive changes. No kids, not those kinds of changes again. But changes in our daily lives as we go forward into a completely different world. Our new lives will be tough, but change is the only thing that will bring growth. Now, no graduation speech would be complete without a lot of sappy thank yous. Firstly, I want to thank God for blessing me with a great life and giving me the chance to make some of the greatest memories. From making songs for Mrs. Sheffo's biology class, to the time I nearly got left at the mall during a school trip, Mrs. Strello. To the exhausting hours spent in 100-degree heat during marching season, running our downfield drill for the 57th time that day. To running around screeching with Titus Curry at drama practice. Apologies to Mrs. Bowman, by the way, for the migraines. To the numerous late-night trips with friends after band concerts, Erica Scharf serving as our go-to Uber driver to Waffle House, to just being in the presence of Mrs. Spagnoletta and Mr. Reese. I'm forever grateful for all the memories that I will now cherish forever. I want to thank my family, whose love and occasional hatred has helped motivate me in everything that I've accomplished. I want to thank my friends, those who have remained close to me throughout the years. To David, Erica, Jupiter, Morgan, Nathan, Chase, and Titus, the greatest friends who I've had by my side through it all. We got this bread. I also want to thank the teachers, those who were silently judging us each and every day with everything we did. To all you, I'm sorry we put you through such misery. Especially to Mrs. Bellino. Our podcasting class was enough to drive anyone insane. And finally, I want to thank my incredible parents, who, despite all of my shenanigans, have sacrificed so much to see me grow into the man I am today. Mom, Dad, for you, I will never be able to thank you enough, or even repay you for what you have done for me. Yet the best I could ever do is make you proud of the person that I am. And it seems that I've already done that. And now to the soon-to-be graduates. No matter what obstacles you faced the past 4 years, look at where you are sitting now and be proud of who you are and what you have already accomplished, as despite all of the hardships, you have persevered. You have overcome the horrors of freshman year, bad relationships, high school crushes who are way out of your league, guilty. Years of anxiety and doubt, math, senioritis, teen drama, FOMO, a deadly pandemic, a toilet paper shortage, Karens, and worst of all, the Among Us phase. Know that you have faced adversity before and can tackle anything that can be brought before you. This is only the beginning of your story. So as you go out into this new world, remember to always remain fearless and, once again, to embrace the changes in life. Like hugging that weird uncle at Christmas who you don't really know, but you greet anyway. You don't know it yet, but it turns out Uncle Chains is a pretty cool guy. So, to the class of 9 plus 10, the only ones who are gonna understand that joke, I truly love you all, and if you ever need me, you know where to find me. 300 miles away in a small town in northern Indiana. I'm pretty sure you know the place. Thank you so much, and congratulations, class of 2021.
How about one more round of applause for all four of these great individuals? At this time, I would like to introduce our superintendent, Mrs. Anne Marie Thigpen, to give a presentation to the class of 2021.
No one can beat those 4 speeches. It was awesome. Thank you for all of those words, and all of you have a bright future ahead of you. Good evening and congratulations to the Niles Mckinley class of 2021. And as David said it, and Ariana, this is it. You did it, we did it, We made it to an in-person graduation ceremony with friends, family, neighbors. I think all of Niles might be here tonight. So I want to thank, as Mr. Rovnak said, everyone, truly, for being so flexible tonight with moving graduation literally 9 days before the originally scheduled date to tonight, so we could somehow make the class of 2021's end of the year celebration as normal as possible and give everybody the opportunity to witness this milestone event. You are all just moments away from closing one of the biggest chapters in your life. And tonight, we have gathered here to celebrate your achievements in academics, in the arts, in athletics, and your service to the community. For some of you, getting to this point was pretty easy. And for others, you may have had to work just a little bit harder. Regardless of what path you were on to get here, you're all here, moments away from walking across this stage, receiving your diploma, moving those tassels, and becoming graduates of Niles McKinley High School. We are certainly all on different paths, and it is my hope that you embrace your journey, whether it includes going to the military. And let me take a moment to thank those graduates who are choosing to enter the military to protect and serve us, our country, and our freedoms. Or if you choose to enter the workforce, be the best employee that your employer has ever met. Set yourself apart from everybody else. Or if you're headed to post-secondary education, make it one you'll be proud of, meet new people, work hard, challenge yourself. And in all those situations, it is your time to blossom. The last week of school for you was filled with many celebrations, from the senior recognition ceremony with the individuals sitting in front of you tonight took home over $1.9 million in scholarship money. To the baccalaureate mass that allowed our students to reflect on the blessings afforded to them, and the senior luncheon, which gave our students the opportunity to share memories of their time together, and a video send-off by the Niles educational community. The same theme resonated, and it was, be thankful to the people who walked along your path with you. A simple thank you, a hug, goes a very long way. You may not realize this, but as you sit here tonight and graduate from high school, you have fulfilled the dreams of every parent and guardian in this room. We've waited for this moment since you were little. So now, not the speech from the superintendent, but from a proud mom of the graduate of 2021. And I know I speak for every mom, dad, and guardian in this room tonight. You have no idea the gift you have given us. Being your parent is the best gift in the world, and having the opportunity to raise and mold you into young adults. When we first let you go out in that big world to kindergarten and put you on that school bus for the first time, who would have ever thought it would have gone so quickly? You stepped on that bus. We could not be more proud. We threw kisses. We were happy. We were scared. We were anxious. Some of us followed the bus to school to make sure you got there okay. We had so much fun celebrating your greatest accomplishments. Laughing and cheering for and with you. You may have been happy. Our hearts were 10 times happier to watch you shine. We also cried and faced disappointments with you. We tried so hard to stay strong and be those guardians and parents for you, to reassure you that everything was going to be okay. But our hearts were breaking to see you hurting. We enjoyed, however, seeing you navigate through those sometimes interesting and awkward middle school years, but it was so worth it to see who we have sitting in front of us today. This is your time. It's your time to flourish and blossom. We've been there for you for the last 18 years, and we will always be here to love and support you. And watch as you continue to develop and define young ladies and gentlemen. So with this, as your mom, all the moms, dads, and guardians in this room, we may ask for a few more pictures over the next couple of weeks. We may need to hug you a little tighter and a little longer. I know you're going to need a little bit more patience with us. So we try to figure out how to navigate our new normal. But thank you for giving us the greatest gift, which was raising you. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you.
Before we begin, I remind you that tonight's ceremony, while celebratory, is a dignified event. Please make sure that all guests can hear their names of the graduates being called, so we ask that you please refrain from yelling and hold your applause till the end. I don't know why I say this, it never works, but I was trying to go strong. I couldn't even get it out. Let's have fun, but let's have the right kind of fun, all right? That'd be cool, all right? So, would the class of 2021 please stand? Mrs. Stigpen, in the Niles City Board of Education, the graduates before you have completed all the requirements as set forth by the Ohio Department of Education and Niles City School District. I present to you Niles Mckinley graduating class of 2021 for the reception of their diplomas. I can't even get out right now, I'm sorry. All right, at this time, Mr. Reese, come on forward.
It is now my honor to present to you the class of 2021. Congratulations. Ariana DeLuca. Sean Elwood Jr. David Anston Michael. Morgan Gilly. Emma Kate Flanagan. Ethan Nicholas Hess. Arissa Johnson. Jocelyn Koshak. Nathan Lanham. Lauren Reed. Haley Rosine. Erica Scharf. Sydney Schlabs. Lindsay Swagger. Carla Thigpen. Joshua Tolbert. Alyssa Zach. Jordan Burrell. River Bryan. Miranda Bugas. Emily Burnham. Zachary Cicero. Ryan Klein. Briley Digman. Haley Esposito. Jenna Fallow. Isaac Ferry. Douglas Foster. Katie Gallo. Savannah Greenwood. Abigail Hillier. Tessina Kester. Julia Lastic. Ethan Lawrence. Connor Ledsome. Zach Leonard. Tiffany Lewis. Nathan Lowe. Christopher Loychick. Jocelyn Marion. Dylan McConnell. Tierney McGuire. Emma Mostaller. Callista Nelson. Cassandra Pleacher. Megan Reeser. Michael Sovacool. Abigail Steffi. Javon Tabor. Jatoya Adams. Amber Allred. Jacob Almashi. Hannah Almarihedge. Dominic Ayers and Kevin Belay. Michaela Banka. Brandon Bingham. Sean Blaine. Tyler Blasdell. Christopher Bonacci. Stephen Bortmes. Trenton Boyle. Stephen Boyle. Abigail Brooks. Jeremy Brown. Luke Bryan. Ryan Butler. Caitlin Butts. Lucas Carney. Shantae Clinkscale. Cameron Coleman. Derek Culver. Titus Curry. Dominic Svengros. Logan Davis. Jacob Aiken. Cassidy Edison. Brandon Ellis. Angelina Elmore. Anthony Evans. Casey Farr. Mark Fonts. Maurice Foster. Sam France. Alanai Fryer. Kair Fryer. Sean Gardner. Haley Goldsmith. Anthony Hall. Jeremy Hall, Jr. Tyler Holbrook. Donovan Hurst. Dylan Ingalls. Simon Irwin. Andrew Jackson. Destiny Johnson. Cadence Kasevich. Brooklyn Kennedy. Annabelle Killing. Jason Coaches. Caleb Lauer. Brandon Lee. Emily Linger. Alexis Lusby. Andrew Mahan. Ivan Martin. Marissa Martin. Zachary McCarthy. Cassandra McCombs. Hayden McCoy. Carson Mobley. Travis Molnar. Cole Money. Elizabeth Morgan. Trevor Morgan. William Moss. Dominic Murphy. Leah Narotsky. Elena Oler. Cameron Oliver. Destiny Plummer. Ashley Porter. Charity Rains. Jonathan Rains. Bryant Ray Jr. Matthew Rhodes. Isaiah Riggleman. Caitlin Robinson. Kristen Robinson. Laura Rowland. Alexia Romsberg. Taylor Roth. Brandon Ryan. Kiera Schoolcraft. Riley Shelton. Nevaeh Sloan. Lou Smith. Angelina Spain. Hannah Spencer. Chase Sadzina. Vanessa Schweitzer. Brody Taylor. Curtis Taylor. Dennis Thomas. Jade Thomas. Zachary Thorpe. Luke Tremaine. Philip Vaughn. Jacob Wadsworth. Scott Weiss. Maddox Whaley.
All right, congratulations to the graduates. All right, for one final time, will the seniors in the band come up for your final performance? They will be playing our alma mater, and they will be conducted by Senior Band President Carla Thigpen. All right, here we go. One final thing to make it all official. Let's go, graduates, stand up. There you go. And now, as a symbol of your new status as graduates of Niles McKinney High School, you may move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2021. Mr. Fonderland, lead them out.